A very good morning to all. Today's discussion will be comparison between strings versus list. So as we all know that a string is a sequence of characters, but a list of characters is not a string, right? So let's take up an example of a variable language underscore name equals to Python. So this Python is actually a string. So if you want to convert this string into a list of characters, so you can use the list function. So here in the last line it's written name equals to list, in the bracket this variable, that is language underscore name, is given. So this particular Python, which is a string, will be converted into list having individual characters, and all the characters, that is P, Y, T, H, O and N, all will be converted into the list form, and all these characters will be enclosed in the square brackets. Now we have a new string with the name as sentence. Okay, so this is am I. This string is given. Now if you want to convert this given string into a list, okay, so that we can separate words from this given string, so we can break this string into separate words using the split function. So we have written here words equals to sentence dot split. So split function, when applied on the given string, you can see the result. All the words in this given string, they have been separated by a comma operator in the form of a list. Alright, so this is one word, comma, then is, and then the last word is am I. So all these are individual words in the form of strings enclosed in the square brackets. So we say the given string can be converted into a list form when we used to separate a string into words. Now what if I want to copy a list into another list, right? So we have one list given here with the name as fruits, wherein we have two items, apple and orange. So I have written favorite underscore fruits equals to fruits. That means I am assigning the given list with the name fruits into a new variable favorite underscore fruits. That means now here favorite fruits, which is a new variable, it is actually referring to the given list fruits. Okay, it's just referring. So if I make any changes to the initial list fruits, all the changes will be reflected as it is to this list with the name as favorite fruit. There will be no separate copy of this list. Okay, so let's take up this example by appending a new item, that is banana. So I've written fruits dot append banana, right? So if you try to print the fruits, the answer will be apple, orange and banana. And you try to print the new list with the name favorite underscore fruits, then also the answer will be the same. Reason being, why so? Because whatever changes we are making to the initial list, all the changes will be reflected to the new list also, as it is referring to the same list. So let's see this in detail. You can check this. This is encircled. So we don't make a copy of the entire list, but we only make a reference to it. Alright, so you can see in the given figure below, we can see that fruits is referring to this list of three items, three fruits, apple, orange and banana, as well as favorite fruits is also referring to the same given list. So any changes made to a list will be reflected in both the list. Alright. Now coming to the next example using the list function, first option is given with the slice. Okay, so if you say fruits in the square bracket colon, that means the entire content of the list will be made available to this new list favorite underscore fruits. The second option is create a new list using the list function. So here they have given the list function wherein all the items in the given list fruits will be copied into the favorite underscore fruits. In the bracket of list, it is not fruit, it is fruits. Okay, next is if you want to extend an empty list. Empty list means when the list is not available. If you say favorite underscore fruits dot extends fruit, now here if you write fruit and then extend to it, so what will happen? It's nothing. So it will be an empty list that will be extended. Extended means basically we are adding something to the end. When we are adding a complete list at the end of some another list, we call that method as extends. Now let's come to the printing of a dictionary. We know that dictionary is the collection of key value pairs, and it is known as mapping. It is not a sequence, right? So here we have two items in the dictionary, one with aunt 6 and next is snake and 0. So if you print this dictionary with the name legs, you will see the complete both the items will be printed as it is. Now if you want to modify a dictionary, want to modify any element in the dictionary, I want to add up a new item with the name spider and its value to be 273. So this is the way they have written in square bracket of this given dictionary, legs square bracket spider equals to 273. So you can see when you run this, when you try to access legs, then what will happen? The dictionary has been updated with 3 items in total. Okay. So next we have, what if I want to modify the value from 273 to 8? So this can be a possibility because dictionary is a mutable type. Changes can be made in place. So if you write at the last line legs spider equals to 8. So you can see the changes. The item has been updated with the new value, that is 8. Next is when you want to delete any item. Let's say I want to delete the item spider from my dictionary. So I'm going to use this del statement, del, then give a space, then dictionary name is legs in the bracket spider. So this complete item along with its value will be removed from this dictionary. And if you want to clear all the content of this dictionary, use the clear function. So using legs dot clear, so all the items will be removed. Next is retrieving a value from a dictionary. What if I want to get a value? So I can simply write, in this example it's given legs square bracket aunt. So you are going to get the answer as 6. They have written it in the form of a comment using the hash operator. So 6 will be returned as the answer. Okay. So next is if you try to access spider. If you write legs in the bracket spider, you can see there is no spider right now in the given dictionary. So what will happen? Is it going to raise an error? Yes. So it is going to raise the key error. You can check in this. So as this key is not available in the legs, so what will happen? This is going to raise the key error. Alright. So the last slide of this tutorial will be retrieving a value from a dictionary. So if you try to access from this dictionary legs, that is spider in legs, in here will be called as the membership operator. So from this dictionary, is spider available? The meaning of this line is that from this dictionary, is this spider as a key available? Like over here it's written spider in legs, which is false. So if you write using the get function, that legs dot get spider, that means you want to get the value corresponding to spider, that is none. That means it is not available. And the last is, what if you want to give your personalized, customized message? You don't want Python interpreter to raise any error. You want it to give the message that you want. Like you want to write not present for a given key which is not present in the legs dictionary. So you can write legs dot get spider comma not present. That means in case this key is not present in the dictionary, this message not present will be raised. Alright, so that's all about the basic concepts of list and dictionary. Alright, so thank you class.